So what it means to the Maine Red Cross to honor Black History Month? That's a great question because I think it's larger than just the Red Cross. And matter of fact, I know it's larger than the Red Cross when you talk about our NBA global brand. Very important to our league to recognize the various cultures, the various races that have been involved in American history, in a sense, not just on a national, but a global scale. And so for us individually in our community, most people don't understand, but there's a rich history of African-American culture here within this city, and there's a lot of history in the sense of like dating back to way back in the day with the Abyssinian house, which you've seen us participate with here and having one of 3 safe houses still around from that time. And so being able to bring our brand alongside of that and recognize our history, American history, through Black History Month has been important simply because as an entity here in this community, as the Red Cross, and personally for me, being able to raise awareness around diversity, inclusion, and equality is very important for shaping the future. And as a brand, that's what we do. We're sports. We bring people together. When you look on the playing fields, when you look on the court for us, we're very diverse in that way. And so it's important as part of our responsibility, not only as an individual company, but as a league, to bring this awareness to the forefront simply because during our time today, we need to recognize that history, not just Black history, but that history in a sense, And so having February be recognized as Black History Month is very important. But to me, Black History Month is a part of American history and it's celebrated every month.
This building here was built 1834, was completed around 1832, excuse me. It used to be a school which had nearly 50 young black children in school because school was segregated. From 1844 up until about 1858. Then the school was incorporated, brought into the school system, local school systems where they integrated the schools, and this was closed down as a school. The building itself has quite a history from slavery till now. I think the best way to call it is what you see is what we try to represent. It's a community. It represents a people that had no history. It has a history. It has a Black history that most of the people here don't even know about. And that's the part of history that needs to be told.
The people would come from the wharf, which is only a few blocks away. They would come and they would land at the wharf. You would come from the docks to the Abyssinian meeting house, and sometimes you would have to stop along the way. In the Freedom Trail outlines all of that. They had barbershops. The significance of the barbershops would be that they would sometimes go in there because they would have to change their appearance because the fugitive slave laws were enacted, which meant if they found you, there was money for you, and they would return you back to where you belonged. So they had to disguise their appearance. They might stop at the tailor, that is also on there, on the Freedom Trail, to change your clothes. Secret messages were hidden. There's a history behind the tailor out of Boston who would hide messages for the slaves in there, where they had to go and what they needed to do. And so when you walk, it gives you a walk back in time, and we do it today, and brings you to the Abyssinian Meeting House, a place that was a meeting house for the African American community.
One of the greatest things in Portland, I think, as we look back in time and as we look back through the years, the rest of the country was segregating the school. Oh no, Portland was way ahead of them all. This became a model for the country. Nobody sort of talked about it. So they integrated, and the first thing that they did, what did they do? Well, was part of it, same thing you do, play sports.
The Abyssinian Meeting House sits on the Freedom Trail. They partner with the other organizations around town. We work together to bring awareness to the Black history that is here in the city. And yes, we do work with other organizations, other churches, other business to get that message out, because the Freedom Trail, which was the Underground Railroad, was operated by white abolitionists. And it's about that partnership that made that successful. because the black people could not have made it without the abolitionists. The abolitionists needed us in many instances to do a lot of the work that we did. So it's about a joint collaboration, and that's what makes it always kind of great, when we all decide that this is a task for all of us. It's about getting the message out to everybody. And what we like to say here at the Abyssinian is every day is Black History Month at the Abyssinian. Any time of the year that you come in here, you're going to find out about the different things that take place in the country and the world pertaining to Black history.
Right now, as you can see, we're still standing, still moving ahead. That's the theme of the Abyssinian.